Hey kids, you're listening to Nothing in Moderation with Travis and Mike. Be sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on this regularly scheduled dumpster fire.
You can catch us on all the social medias under @NothingInModPod. So let's go ahead and get this hillbilly hog fight underway.
Are you actually recording this time?
I am recording this time.
Sweet.
How are you now?
I'm doing all right, buddy. How are you?
Good. How about you? I know you haven't.
I'm good, children.
Sure. I know you haven't started watching Letterkenny, but you'll get it if you start watching it.
I have not. I actually watched a clip today, just like that I stumbled across like on YouTube or whatever while I was looking at something else.
Uh-huh.
And it was the one where the guy was, I guess he's the neighbor, and he was asking him to come over and give him a hand job, or he kept like making like dick references. And I thought it was pretty funny, so I'll check it out.
I mean, I told you it was like season 3, episode 3 or some bullshit to go watch, and just the opening fucking bit is hysterical.
Yeah,
They're talking
I gotta
about
figure out how to get Hulu.
they're talking about the difference between vaginal sex and anal sex.
Mm-hmm.
And just the way they do it, they're explaining that while you're having vaginal sex, your penis is fully hugged. But if you have anal sex, it's only hugged at the butthole. And just how the whole thing plays out and the props that they use and how the fuck they got the props is hysterical.
Okay. Well, I'll take your word for it at this point, because I'm not willing to pay for Hulu to find out.
No, I'll try and find the clip for you. Or worst case scenario, I'll video record it while it's on the telly.
Oh, okay. I mean, that seems legit. Nothing steely about that.
Well, I mean, Steely Dan.
No.
Which, by the way, was a
There's
name
no
for a
Steely
vibrator.
Dan. No. The only vibrator I know, or no, it's not even really a vibrator, but the only sex toy I know the name of is the Great American Challenge.
I told you I was going to buy that for a friend of Ashley and I's for a gag gift, right?
Yeah. Yep.
I'm sure she'll never
What is
listen
it
to
with
this.
you and buying sex toys as gag gifts?
I've done it a couple times.
I know. It's a problem, I think.
I wonder if anyone's ever gagged.
Probably. At least once.
You have to try to take it orally instead of anally or vaginally.
All right. Well, this shit shows off the rails already. I like it.
Right. So everybody out there, we're still sending out stickers for free. If you want them, just let us know you want them. We'll send them to you. We'll even cover all the postages within reason or without
44
reason.
cents of it.
Yeah, I mean, unless it goes internationals.
Yeah. And then still, I'll probably cover the postage.
Right. My sister did reach out to me and ask me for a couple stickers, so I got to do that. We talked about that last week. I'm going to online order stamps from the Postal Service to have the stamps shipped and delivered to me, so I don't have to actually contact any human beings.
That's smart. That's smart with the coronavirus cases on the rise again.
Coronavirus. The only thing we do ask is that if we send you a sticker, you send us a picture where you done stuck it, so we can throw that on the social medias.
Correct, which we've not done yet. So we're real terrible at following through.
We have been very terrible on the social media in the last month, probably with everything going on.
Yeah. Well, life is fucking crazy right now. So
I'm gonna be even better about it when I travel to South Florida for my 2 weeks of the training. I'm gonna bring stickers with me though, so I can slap them on all the brewery walls.
Sweet. It'll be cool for people to see those stickers and be like, man, I wonder what the fuck that is.
Yeah, man, nothing in moderation. Yeah, I'm going to get a fucking Dewey tonight.
Yeah, pretty much. I just can't wait for somebody to Google it and be like, oh, what the fuck does this even mean?
I got to go to page 4 to figure it out.
Yeah. Nobody's going to page 4 to find us, I promise.
If I don't see the shit I want on the first page, I just try and type in a different phrase.
Yep. Maybe someone will be like, I wonder if that's a podcast.
Listen, if only 1% of people that Google it find it,
Yeah.
and everybody on Earth Googles it, that's still, what, 80 million people? That'd be nice.
Something like that. Yeah. I mean, I don't even think we got 80 people Googling us.
That's also true. I wasn't gonna bring up the actual stats. I didn't want anybody to be like, "Oh, I'm pathetic. I still listen to these guys."
Yeah, well, I mean, if that's how you feel, then what do I care? I don't care how you feel.
But anyway, so what's going on, buddy? What you got going on?
Nothing, man. Fucking exhausted. So fucking busy ass weekend.
What you been doing?
Well, I fucking helped you move.
That's true.
I did some yard work and such. And then today I've just been doing more yard work and lounging around, and I'm sticking it to the man, aka the government. I'm collecting rainwater, which is technically illegal, I guess. So,
is that illegal in the state of Florida?
I think so. I don't know. I'm not sure. I think there's certain ways to make it legal. I'm not paying attention to any of those. I got a rain barrel and plug that bitch in, and now it won't rain. That's my problem. That's what I hate about Florida. Last weekend, all I wanted to do was swim and hang out in my pool, and it rained all weekend. And this weekend, fucking didn't rain for shit, and I actually needed it to rain so that I could make sure my gutters aren't still leaking and my rain barrel worked, and all the work I did last weekend paid off.
You're getting into the new segment of old man moments.
Yeah. Old man moments is probably a segment we should have had from the beginning.
Yeah, I just don't think it's that entertaining.
We're just two old men.
It's relatable, but
yeah. I mean, we're just two old men hanging out, talking into microphones.
I'm just happy that my grass has got multiple shades of green because of the rain.
Yeah, I had to mow. No, I'm still here. Sorry, I was yawning. I had to mow fucking within a week of the last time I mowed. It's bullshit.
I gotta mow my lawn more than once, but my St. Augustine is beautiful.
Yeah. Well, the problem is like the bigger dogs, they don't have an issue with the taller grass, but Charlie, he's, the grass is taller than he is after a week.
And he gets flashbacks from Nam.
Yeah, and so he won't walk out there. He just pees on the sidewalk and or, wherever else is clever for him.
It's some bullshit you guys named him Charlie and then you make him walk through the tall grass.
Yeah, well, I mean, you got to do what you got to do to survive. Honestly, he's a Shih Tzu, so he's a Chinese dog on top of all that.
When you go outside, do you beckon him and you're like, Charlie, up in the trees, Charlie?
No, I do not.
You're not being that racist?
That seems terrible.
It seems like something Bobby'd do.
It definitely seems like something Bobby would do.
Oh, fuck. God damn it. Uh-oh. Fucking, you gotta go night-night on the podcast.
I'm so fucking tired, man. I might. I'm such an old man. I'm so fucking tired.
Dude, I hear you. After a full fucking week of emptying out the garage and the man shed and moving shit from my parents' house over to here, I am wiped.
Yep, I bet.
I mean, you always
find
all you
gotta do is driving.
Yeah, I get to drive 4 hours come tomorrow. But I mean, one of the cool parts about throwing away all the shit that you own is occasionally you find little treasures. And not trash. I mean, we find trash and we find treasure. But one of the treasures we found, the wife's uncle is a dentist and used to go to dental conventions, which is a thing. And we found a box labeled Oral-B and another box labeled whatever their competing brand is. So we open them up, and it's a bunch of electric toothbrushes. And we're like, fuck yeah, electric toothbrushes for free. So I got my hopes all up that we had the great garage find, and it says you got to charge them for 24 hours before you use them. All three of the Panasonics we charged, none of them worked.
Oh, bullshit.
Yep, the Oral-B works, and I tell you what, my mouth has never felt so clean, especially after how dirty it normally feels.
Yeah, definitely. I don't. We use those Quip toothbrushes, so they're like $25, and you put your own battery in them, so you don't have to worry about charging them, and they last. I don't know how long they last. They send you a new battery, a new toothbrush head, like every 3 or 6 months or some shit like that. I think it's every 3 months.
So you guys use electric toothbrushes either way?
Yeah, we use electric, but they're the Quip ones.
It's kind of
They're
surprising
like
that
the
you
Uber for
guys use.
toothbrushes.
It's kind of surprising you guys use the electrics when you're generally a renewable family. You know, I'm surprised you don't have like the wooden ones with all natural bristles and shit like that.
What? Why would that? That just seems inconvenient.
Well, I mean, inconvenient.
There's
yeah,
a line.
I know you guys are like, oh, well, we don't use plastic Tupperware. We use glass jars to reduce waste. But then you also have, you know, potato chips show up in plastic bags.
Yeah, you can't be perfect.
Right. I'm just saying. I figured
Can't
a
be-
wooden
can't be
toothbrush
all or
would be
nothing.
right up your alley.
No, too much.
Mm.
So you can't be extreme in everything.
Just extreme in something. It's like,
Yeah, you got to cut back. It's not about cutting it all off. You know,
I haven't eaten a carb in 6 years, but I'll tell you what, I eat sticks of butter for dinner.
yeah, that's gross. God, that sounds so disgusting, but also so delicious all at the same time.
Right. It's got to be garlic butter.
I just want fried butter, like deep fried butter, in my mouth right now.
Is that a thing?
I don't know, but it should be if it's not.
I feel like if you tried to bread and deep fry butter, it would just melt and seep out through the breading.
If you froze it and you kept it in just long enough to crisp up the outside of the breading, maybe? I don't know. Shove that goddamn cat up.
Fuck you, cat.
The second time I thought it was you saying wow.
Nope, it's a cat going meow. It's like wow.
I should name this week's episode "Fuck You, Cat."
Yeah, fuck you, cat.
Oh man,
About to eat your ass with
Regular
some
old-
mayonnaise.
it's that's awesome. It's like a regular old fucking what's that movie with Eddie Murphy in the zoo?
What was that?
What's the movie with Eddie Murphy in the zoo? Or not the zoo, where he's like the veterinarian that buys the old abandoned zoo.
Dr. Doolittle?
That's the one. The one they remade with Robert Downey Jr. I'm sure it's fucking terrible as a remake.
It's funny that you say it's a remake of the Eddie Murphy movie, but with the Robert Downey Jr., because the Eddie Murphy version of the movie was a remake from the Gene Wilder movie.
No, okay, well, whatever. Fuck Gene Wilder too.
You don't say anything
Eddie
about
Murphy
that
did
goddamn treasure of America.
The treasure of trash.
You shut the fuck up. He played Willy Wonka. He was in Blazing Saddles. He is not the trash or treasure this week.
Well, that's good. We don't want to get into that too early.
No, and I already tipped my hand as to how much I adore that man as a treasure.
Yeah, I hear you.
So while we were cleaning out the homosexual Indian, there was a lot of hay in there because we have hay for the goats, and I decided I was going to rake it all up, shovel it all up, and put it into like a trash can, like a metal trash can. And rather than throwing it away, I said, I'm going to set this shit on fire. And
No, yeah, like any good pyro.
yeah, surprisingly, it didn't go poorly.
What?
Yeah, it was pretty tightly packed, so we couldn't do a whole lot with it. We set it on fire. I even used lighter fluid because I'm silly like that. And after setting it on fire, it just kind of smoldered and smoked the whole neighborhood. But I told Ashley, I'm like, I understand the way stuff works. I'm gonna punch a bunch of holes in the side of my trash can so air can get in and fire can happen.
No.
And so I've got this little hoe that it's got two pokey ends
You're a
on it.
12-year-old.
Yeah, I know. I feel that way. But it's got like two spikes on one end and it's got like a little blade on the other. So I'm swinging that shit like a golf club and punching holes in this metal trash can. And the fucking end comes flying off and almost hits Ashley. And she's like, God damn it. It's like fucking Final Destination out here. But the fire...
I can see her white trash screaming that at you in the front yard.
Right, where we're drinking Miller Lights next to the cooler in our plastic lawn chairs.
Oh, fuck, that's great.
But
I like
the
it.
holes worked, and we got some air circulation, and the fire started rolling in my little burn barrel.
Nice.
I had a good time. I mean, aside from almost, stabbing the wife.
Well, yeah. I mean, you had a good time. Almost stabbing her wouldn't have really affected you.
She
was
just
the one
had a
who
really
would've had a
bad
good
time.
Yeah. You'd have still had an okay time.
Oh no, I got to drive you to the hospital and I'm hammered.
Uh-oh. Better call an Uber.
Right? Or an ambulance. I think that's what those
I was going
ambulances
to
are
say,
for.
I mean, Ubers are cheaper. They just don't move as fast.
They might.
Uber's not going to charge you $500 minimum.
Unless you puke in it like Louis did.
Yeah, then shit gets weird.
But yeah, so that's kind of how the garage days went this week. It was move a bunch of shit out, fill up an entire dumpster, move a bunch of shit from my parents' house to this house, find some sweet toothbrushes that don't work, and then stack some quote-unquote race car parts that the wife made it perfectly clear are not race car parts unless they are on a race car. Instead, they are just parts.
That's sound logic. They are garage car parts. They are not race car parts.
It's hurtful. That's what it is. It's hurtful.
I mean, really, we're just trying to motivate you to actually get some shit done.
Yeah, that's not going to happen. We all know
I know.
it's at least 2 weeks until the race car's done.
Yeah. This is the longest 2 weeks ever.
I understand. Makes me sad. I mean, now I've got...
Hasn't it been over 2 years since the race car ran?
Yeah, because I trailered it up to the race shop when I worked there, and I brought it up there. I left the race shop 2 years ago.
And did you trailer it from the race shop or from the storage unit you hid it in to the race shop?
I drove the yellow car over to Todd's house, and we drug the black car over to Todd's house to move the engine from the yellow car into the black car. And that was the last time the yellow car or that engine ran. The black car is yet to run, even though it's been painted.
Yeah.
And then the Coyote engine or whatever it is hanging out. It just hasn't run since we pulled it out of the customer car probably 3 years ago.
No, okay. I will say I just because I was looking for something else related to our home renovation today, and I stumbled across a video of the day we moved the yellow car to storage, which is the last day I thought it ran, and that would have been in May of 2015.
Fuck.
Yeah, I just looked at the date on the video, so it was May of 2015.
Was it the attempting to start it video in the driveway, or was it me driving it to storage and you being behind me and that shit getting all squirrely?
It was the attempted start video. Actually, I don't think I followed you to storage with it. Or did I? I did. No, I did.
I thought you did.
Yeah, I did. I remember now because I remember trying to help push that thing into the storage unit. It sucked.
That's bullshit. It ran and drove because it did a huge burnout past the Walmart.
Yeah, it did.
Now that's white trash as fuck. It did a huge burnout past the Walmart.
I like it. Oh man, that fucking Walmart. It's seen lots of car fuckery past it.
You were there the night I pulled some guy over for doing a burnout right there at the Walmart, right?
No.
Oh, it's when we were living right down the street from the Walmart, and I was in the P car, and I was off duty, so I was in plain clothes, and some dude did a big fucking burnout leaving the Walmart, and I pulled him over in the church parking lot. I was like, hey, man,
nice.
Just so you know, I'm not going to write you a ticket, but you could technically get arrested for doing that. Just don't be stupid. Have a good night.
Yeah. The neon broke down in that same church parking lot. So
the one where my sister got married, or the one right there in front of the Walmart?
The one right there in front of the Walmart. So.
Was that after Canarf put the Drano in it?
Yeah, that was after. Yeah, that was after Kosovo put the Drano in the tank.
12 feet from the house. We've been drinking beer, which I know comes as no surprise to you, but we've been drinking more beer than normal. Like we'll go through a 15-pack of pints a day between the two of us. And
Jesus Christ.
Well, and I mean, to me that's no big deal, but the wife is like, oh, well, I need to quit drinking, I'm gaining weight. And I'm like, oh, well, I weigh the same whether I'm drinking beer or not, so I'm going to keep drinking beer. If I'm not going to lose weight by quitting, I'm going to keep it up.
Jesus Christ.
But a friend of ours is doing, like, her retirement plan is to collect cans. So we're doing our part to make sure that she's getting the cans. And, like, a standard trash bin not the county issued ones that the truck can come by and swing up, but just a standard
35
trash
gallon
can.
deal.
Right. In the last week, we have filled the trash bin, and I've had to grab another trash bag to fill up, and so that the can is not overflowing. So we're doing our part to help their retirement.
I saw the can of cans when I was over there, and I meant to ask what the fuck that was, but I didn't want to know, so I just didn't. It makes a little more sense now.
It's the can.
So, yeah, it's the can.
So that's what we're doing right now. We're crushing beers, bro.
Well, that seems. What's the word I'm looking for?
Alcoholic.
I mean, that's one of the words. That's not the only one, but that's one of them.
Well, I know that when we used to drink a lot of beer at the house when we lived together, that was one of the motivating factors to build the kegerator, was because we were going through so much beer. And by we, I mean me, mostly.
I was going to say you, because I still don't really drink beer.
Right. So when I'm dragging the recycling bin down to the road, and there's the concern that if the neighbors see it, they're going to call 911 to send an ambulance and check on our well-being.
Yeah.
I decided to buy a kegerator because, a case of beer is $15, but you can buy a keg of beer for $65 locally. There's no reason to not have a kegerator if you're going through beer that regularly. Well,
yeah.
Now that we moved the shit from my mom's house to my house, I found all the kegerator stuff aside from a freezer. So it's like, well, I've got the regulator and I've got the CO2 and I've got the spouts. I was like, beer could be so much cheaper this way.
Yeah. I mean, it would make sense. If I were you, I would do a stand-up freezer this time and just do a single keg.
Yeah, do something smaller.
And that comes out the door. Yep.
I also
Instead
found
of a fucking deep freezer you could put 6 bodies in.
I got that freezer for $125 from an Italian ice company going out of business.
We did. What did we do? Two fulls and a half at one point in there.
I know.
I think we had 2 fulls and a half of Strongbow.
Right. So there were 2 fulls of Yingling because I always wanted to back up. I didn't want to run out of beer. And then we had, I think it was a full keg of Strongbow in there, because I know you can fit probably 4 or 5 full-size kegs in there without issue.
No, I think you can only fit 3 full kegs in there.
Okay. I mean, I don't remember. I was usually pretty hammered.
Yeah.
So. And I got fired.
Well, I mean, yeah, I wasn't going to bring up that the keg was your greatest feat and downfall.
It's my greatest achievement, and it fucked me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And not in a good way.
It'd be like that sometimes.
Good times. God, that's 8 years ago, dude. 8.5 years ago.
That's wild. Yeah. Fuck. That means I've probably known you close to 20 years then. If that was 8 and we'd known each other for at least 5 or 6 before that.
Yeah, I mean, that's close to 20. I mean, 20 would make me 17.
Closer to 20.
Closer to 20 than 10.
Correct. And that's all I was going for.
I'm just going to round it all off. It's like owing me money.
Yeah,
if you owe me $11, it's $20. Give me my $20.
If I owe you $11, I only owe you 10. I'm going to give you 10. You're going to shut up about it.
That's how my dad does math. If I owe you, I round down. If you owe me, I round up.
I round up. Correct. That is how that works. Oh, shit. Oh, fuck. So did you get a haircut, or did you skip that? I'm not sure.
I haven't gotten a haircut. It's long as shit. It's ridiculous. I did get a couple messages personally about whether I should go with a mullet or a rat tail.
Okay.
The guy at the liquor store very specifically told me he doesn't think I should do the Jet Li from Fearless, which is where you shave all but the back like your heart was and just grow a ponytail. Mm-hmm. And I obviously...
What is he, some kind of communist?
Well, I mean, I've got a good relationship with the guy at my liquor store. We see each other a lot, so I take his words a little heavier than random people's.
Yeah. He's probably one of the only humans you interact with on a constant basis besides the wife.
You're not wrong at all.
Yeah.
But we're actually gonna cut my hair tonight. I told the old lady that we should just leave it mullety. So we'll see how it goes and take some pictures and put them up maybe. But I do have my first day of work at the new gig Tuesday. And they said dress comfortable, and I was like, do I want to fuck with everybody on my first day and wear my Nick Cage pants?
I mean,
come in with a mullet. In my
That's
Nick Cage pants.
that's God. You know, like you got the job already,
Right.
and it's not. You know, they came to you. You know, it's not like you were out there looking.
So are you saying it's
you could
their
pull off
fuck
the
up
Nick
for
Cage
telling me
pants.
to be comfortable?
Yeah, I think you could. I think you could pull off the Nick Cage pants without getting into too much trouble.
Well, I'm sure we'll talk about it on next week's episode as to
I would
what
bring.
I did on the
I
first
would
day.
bring pants. Yeah, I would
Right.
bring pants as well to change into. Just be like, haha, guys, funny joke. This is me. My name's Travis.
Well, and I mean,
Be prepared for
if-
all of these shenanigans, and then do finger guns at them.
But if they were snap pants, I wouldn't hesitate. I'd just wear them and then rip them off. But I'm probably gonna.
Oh man,
I'm debating on wearing them.
you need to find somebody to convert them into snap pants.
I'll just cut them and put fucking scotch tape on them.
Nick Cage snap pants, bro. That would be the greatest.
I would wear Nick Cage snap pants everywhere if they existed.
Man, you might need to send those Nick Cage pants off to your friend at the Pink Mermaid place and have her convert them for you.
Charlotte, can you make my pants snap pants so
And
I
I
can
bet
rip
she's
them
gonna
off?
say yes.
I'm sure she would. Hot glue a bunch of
So-
snaps on them.
Listen, if you don't do that, I'm gonna be disappointed. I really am.
I'll reach out to her after this episode, or I could wait and see if she reaches out to me to see if she's still listening.
That's true. That would be a good test.
Right.
You know what's weird is we're going complete opposites with our wardrobe. You're buying Nick Cage pants and wanting to convert them into snap pants for comfort, and I've recently purchased like the Under Armour like long training, not leggings, but they're like they're for lack of a better term, like they're spandex pants, like to wear to the gym and shit.
Okay.
So, like, I'm buying, like, you know, active wear and shit like that, and you're over here buying comfortable fucking snap pants and shit.
You're buying bicycle pants?
Kinda, yeah. Yeah, I mean, they're not specifically bicycle pants, but
The fuck are you, Lance
Yeah.
Armstrong?
maybe.
You got one of them testicles?
I'm twice the man he is, technically.
Because you got two balls.
That's insensitive. I'm sorry, Lance.
And no steroids.
Yeah, and no steroids. Which I sometimes regret.
Yeah, I mean, I've thought about it too. In all
I've had the
seriousness.
opportunity more than once, but
Have you
know,
really?
I just I'm very good friends with somebody that does them. You know, he cycles on and off them. Not like year round type of deal, but once or twice a year he will do a cycle of like Winnie or something like that.
Huh.
Yep.
I don't really think you put enough time in the gym to benefit from them fully.
I don't. Yeah, no, I don't. So that's my problem.
I just don't
There's
give my
other
liver,
problems there, but
I don't give my liver
you
enough of a
need-
break.
your liver is going to be mad if you start taking steroids too.
I'm going to need 3 months off of drinking and a milk thistle cleanse. And then I can consider doing steroids if I've actually started exercising.
Which you probably won't have. So
No, it's so much easier to be lazy,
yeah, it is. It's so much easier.
especially after the last
Just-
fucking week of kicking my ass, moving everything I own into
Yep.
dumpsters or beds of trucks. It's out of control. I quit.
I've just been so active the last couple weeks, fucking, you know, doing the demo work for the remodel and, you know, just catching up on other projects around the house because we haven't been able to go anywhere. So all I've been doing is stuff here. So
Yeah, I mean, if you're
Stay
making
pretty
progress, that's
active,
good.
but-
I see you
Yeah,
remodeled
so far.
the multi-million-dollar studio.
I did. I haven't yet. It's getting remodeled. So it is a shell of a room currently.
Got to sell my old Playboys to finance it.
Yeah, well, I mean, we'll see. I don't know if those are going to be worth anything. I meant to look them up and forgot. They're actually still out in the truck because it was raining when I got home, so I didn't. There was sprinkling, so I didn't unload everything.
Did you end up dropping off that raft to Mike and throwing it on his roof for
I
him?
did not. No, I did not. I'll have to meet up with him at some point and take it over there.
So my
I live
clutter
closer
is
to him than
becoming
you
your
do, though.
clutter.
It is. I'm not going to take it out of my truck though. So like the next time I go to like Orange City or something to go to Harbor Freight, like I will remember to swing by, fucking drop that shit off whether he's home or not.
Just like I said, throw it on the fucking roof.
I'm gonna let one of my dogs poop in the middle of it, and then I'm gonna fold it up, and I'm gonna leave it on his porch with dog poop in it.
That's something we would do to Bobby.
Yeah, that is true. I wouldn't do that to Mike.
So, God, probably 15 years ago, I had, even longer than that, I had a buddy named Tom and Mark. They were brothers, and my buddy James lived with them. And Mark got a new dog, and Tom got a dog. And we were frustrated with Mark for whatever reason, and we fucking took Tom's dog's shit and threw it under his bed just to fuck with him. And I can remember Mark finally fucking figuring out where the dog shit smell came from. And he's like, God damn it, Tom, your fucking dog somehow shit under my bed.
Oh, God.
And how unrealistic that concept is. The dog's not going to be fucking laid down and just shit. But it was like a fully formed dog turd.
God. I see. Like I'm glad that our relationship as roommates never escalated to that.
No,
Like
you just left a fucking
like we had the
a
Christmas
Sonny's cup full of fucking sex juices.
Listen. That's a completely different. I didn't do that on purpose.
I'm just glad the cup didn't break.
That's true. Oh God, that would have been terrible. It was just
Oh God, it's in my raccoon
6-month-old
wounds.
Sunny sweet tea. The inside of the styrofoam Sunny's cup was tea stained. It was gross.
It was. But I can remember fucking with Mark, dude. We took, so Mark had like a computer desk, and you know, like where the tower sits, that one side, and how it goes to the floor in the front, but in the back it's open. We fucking pulled his computer desk out and fucking threw dog shit underneath that little chunk area and fucking pushed the computer desk back door. There's no no way he can find it.
God damn it.
And I can remember for like a month, he's like, dude, my room smells like shit. Your dog shit in my room somewhere and I can't fucking find it.
Oh Jesus, that's fucked up and funny. I like it.
Isn't it?
Oh God.
I mean, and that's a way to fuck
I'd be
with
mad if
somebody
it were
without
me,
even
but it's
ruining their
funny.
shit.
Yeah. I worked for a guy. It was a real piece of shit. But he would tell a story about like he threw like fish in somebody of his car,
Right.
and like it was there for several days, and like that kind of shit like ruins your car. Like it's not, you know what I mean? Like that's not even like, you know, the dog shit smell that eventually goes away and doesn't, you know, do any real damage. Like you put like a fucking entire piece of fish under the seat of his car.
Didn't Bam
like,
do
man,
that to Don
God.
Vito? They put fucking fish on the back dash.
I think so, yeah.
And they put a cigarette in
that
its
was where
mouth
that
and they
was.
said it was smoked salmon.
It seems like some Bam Margera shit to do.
I know the wifey she went and got groceries or something, and when she's pulling everything out of her trunk, a package of chicken, like a flat of chicken, fell out, and she didn't notice it, and it stayed in the trunk for like 2 weeks, and she had to, dude, she had to like crime scene clean the car. She's like, oh my God, what the fuck's that smell? And she had to like ozone it multiple times and everything to get rid of the stank ass chicken smell.
God, that's terrible.
Isn't it?
God, that makes me sick. Just thinking about it, I'm just like,
Did
God.
you guys do anything exciting eating wise in the last couple days?
No, we made. Let's see. We had our Tijuana flats, so nothing crazy there.
We just ate from them 2 nights ago.
Oh, okay. Yeah, their black bean tacos are pretty fire, so we get those.
We got the cookie dough flautas, and I know I've talked about them before. I didn't know they existed until I went with you to Tijuana Flats.
You're welcome.
Yeah. I was like, God damn it, I'm going to be diabetic. These are amazing. And I still think they are
delicious.
they're like a death row quality food. Like if you're gonna die,
Yeah, absolutely.
and you get a last meal,
Yeah.
you need those for
Yeah,
dessert.
cookie dough flautas. Absolutely.
And then I found out
Good.
Taco Bell doesn't have the Cinnabon bites anymore, which is bullshit.
What?
Yeah,
That is bullshit.
they gone.
Oh god, that would make me mad. Those are like dessert pizza rolls.
Yeah,
Because they're also in more ways than just one. Because they're also sometimes like they're just a nice warm consistency on the outside and scalding fucking hot on the inside.
like fried butter.
Yeah, pretty much. So we went to Sam's and got vegan food out in Daytona at the Evolve Vegan Kitchen. So they have you like the Wing House or the Hooters spicy chicken sandwich, right?
I mean, I'm always a fan of buffalo chicken sandwiches. Those are kind of like the safe item at a new restaurant.
So there's this vegan buffalo chicken sandwich reminds me of the Hooters or the Wing House version. Like it's, and I think they use like Frank's because it tastes familiar, like the hot sauce they use does. And it comes on like this badass pretzel roll that's toasted up real nice. Like it's so goddamn good. So but they, they have like a grilled chicken, quote unquote. I'm doing air quotes on around the chicken because it's vegan. But it's super fucking delicious. So
But
every
it's
time
all
we're
just
around Daytona,
soy
we
or
hit that
tofu
place.
or whatever the fuck it is.
Yeah, usually. So, and then they do their own hand cut fries and have like a beer cheese, like a PBR beer cheese sauce. That's it doesn't taste a lot like cheese, but it's really good. Just it's weird. Like they call it PBR beer cheese, but it doesn't remind me of cheese in any way or any sort of cheese sauce. But it's really good. Like it fits. The name just doesn't work. So
Got it. But it's made
at
with
Sam's,
Pabst Blue Ribbon.
Yeah, it's maybe because vegan restaurants are typically owned by hipsters, and hipsters typically drink PBR, so
Got it.
makes sense. It's a marketing thing. It works for them.
We don't want any
But,
hipsters in a restaurant with your little eyes and your teeth and always living in hay and wait, those are
Fiction
hamsters.
bicycles.
We don't want hamsters.
We definitely do not want hamsters.
The fuck are you doing over there? You drinking a cocktail?
I was drinking. It's not a cocktail. It's just some water.
Not a sugar-free Red
I
Bull?
was parched. No sugar-free Red Bull. I got to get more of those. I almost bought a 30-pack of them at Sam's.
God, that must have been like $600.
No, it was only like it was 24 cans, sorry, and it was $31.
I mean, that's a savings versus buying them individually.
Absolutely. But then the argument that I had with myself is now I have 30 cans of Red Bull, and I try to limit myself to at the most one a day. And sometimes I try to skip a couple of days between them and not have one every day. And with 30 of them around, I'm just going to have one or two every day. So
You're going to be wired.
pretty much, yeah. So I skipped it. I did, however, buy the 5-pound tub of chocolate chip cookie dough. Because
Mix
I'm a
them with
fat
your
piece of
fucking
shit.
pre-workout and see what happens.
Yeah. Oh God, no.
Woo!
No. God, no. That's bad times. My pre-workout's already bad enough, and then I take an intro workout from the same company.
Oh, do you?
Yeah. So I'm fucking. That's why I can't go to the gym after work because then I never go to sleep.
Man, oh man.
I'm wired.
If you end up going to Costco
we,
at some point, their hot dogs / sausages are badass.
Yeah. I mean, I don't really eat those things, so there's that.
Oh, that's right, the vegan thing. My bad.
Yeah. Well, no, vegetarian. I don't want to get carried away. We started purchasing vegan cheeses to try too, because that's one of the things that kind of keeps us at vegetarian is cheese.
Right.
And I eat a lot of eggs, which are one of my sort of beefs, I guess, for lack of a better term, with veganism is like I don't understand the. Like I get that like cows are forced to, they're forced to, make milk or whatever, with whatever tricks they use to trick the body into that.
Right, to keep them pregnant.
To keep them pregnant. But like with eggs and honey, like chickens are making eggs no matter what you do. Like you don't have to do anything special to get a chicken to make eggs. I don't think. Like, is there? You don't have to trick them into. And I don't know. I don't know the chicken industry like that. Maybe they do some terrible shit to them.
You're not a chicken biologist.
Yeah, I'm definitely not a chickenologist. But like the same thing with honey. Like technically to be vegan, you're not supposed to eat honey either. And I'm just like, I really like honey.
That is
I get honey from a family friend that raises bees. So like, I
raises them,
he's not,
sends them to school, private school, even sends them to college. Very successful.
Well, no, like they sell like starter hives, and then you give them everything they need to create a bigger hive for you, I guess.
What's some bullshit that you know somebody that does that, and I've asked you or talked to you repeatedly about wanting to do that, and you haven't said, I have a friend that does this.
Well, I don't like you that much.
That's fair. That's fair.
No, I honestly don't remember you recently asking me. So
when you were here at the fucking house, I specifically said to you I wanted to set up some beehives and asked you about plans for bees.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't. That doesn't say to me that you want fucking to know how to raise bees. You didn't say you wanted. You just said you wanted bees around. You didn't say you wanted beehives.
Well, listen, I don't want to have to raise them and pay bee support and stuff like that. I just want them
you're gonna
to be
have
around.
The shit ain't free.
Well, I mean, I'll pay for it up front. I just don't want to have to send all them bees to college.
Well, I mean, it gets expensive. I understand. So it's actually, Arlie, it's her dad. He's got like 4 or 5 different hives.
Didn't she have a sister at one point too? I mean, I don't know if she still does.
She still does. Yeah, she's Alyssa's sister. That's a thing.
I remember you brought them both to a get together.
It was my 30th birthday, I think.
Man.
That's the one my mom came out to the house and cooked for.
Man.
So, yep.
Fuck, that's a long time ago. No, it couldn't have been.
It'll be 7 years ago this week.
You're 36?
I'll be 37 on Thursday.
Okay. Well, happy birthday, because I'm going to forget. But
yeah, no, I know you will.
That would have been 2013. So I was done being a cop, but I hadn't gone to Alaska yet.
Then it was before that, because it was before Alaska. You were still a cop.
Okay. So that all that shit went down in 2012.
Oh yeah, it was probably, well, no, then I guess it wasn't my 30th. What the fuck? Who knows?
I wasn't even 30 yet.
Yeah, I can probably go back and find the picture and tell you what date it was.
I mean, it's not like you're going to get prosecuted over it or anything. I remember your mom coming to the house and cooking and telling us to get the fuck out of the kitchen.
I don't know.
Yeah, right?
So there's a good chance I'm getting prosecuted if I'm hanging out with you.
Oh, man. I don't want to get prosecuted.
I've been involved in more than one interrogation since being friends with you.
Really?
No, just one. But
oh, okay. I was like, what was the other one?
Oh, you know what the other one was.
I remember being in court and having someone asked on the stand if there were any additional people in the bedroom. And how shocked the person was. Awesome. It's like, no, what did you expect?
Yeah, well, I mean, actually, technically, I have been interrogated twice for you, because I did the over the phone interrogation and then did the in person interrogation with that one lady that was real mean. Oh, the
county's attorney.
Yeah.
Did you have to go to my criminal trial too?
No, I lucked out and did not have to go to that one. They ended up not needing me for that.
Got it.
So
what a fucking mess that was. An expensive mess over a second-degree misdemeanor with a penalty of a $250 fine.
For real.
Got to get me on community service.
Correct. Yeah. Did they give you community service?
No. So the prosecuting attorney, the special prosecutor they brought in, because I knew everyone in the state attorney's office from being a cop.
Yeah.
Pushed for me to be on 6 months probation, which is maximum, pay the $250 fine, which is the maximum, and to do whatever the maximum number of community service hours were. And my attorney just started laughing. He's like, his entire job as a cop is community service, and if he's on probation, he can't have a gun. Literally over this whole, someone under the age of 21 drank half a beer at his house.
Yeah.
and had someone drive them home, and it wasn't an issue for a month and a half until their boyfriend beat the shit out of them and the boyfriend went to jail. But
Yeah.
I digress.
But I digress. Well,
I don't harbor any negative feelings towards that whole scenario or anything.
none at all. None at all. Why would you?
I mean, what I should have done is driven drunk with my kid in the back of my patrol car, because then I'd have gotten fired and rehired within, I don't know, 6 months.
Yeah, seems about right.
Or punched a fucking
happens?
punched somebody under the age of
Minor in
18
the
in the
mouth?
face and broken their teeth. Wouldn't even have gotten fired.
Jesus. All right. Well, let's get off that subject, and while we're there, move on to trash or treasure.
Yay! So I am not the trash or treasure subject this month or this week. You can make your determination anyway.
Treasure.
We are doing
You're
trash or
a
treasure.
buddy.
It is Travis's turn, which is me, to pick somebody, and Mike's turn to guess at who it is.
I'm getting my. I hope you can hear me cracking my knuckles, getting ready for this shit.
Trash, 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 treasure, 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 treasure.
Treasure.
Right. So this person is an actor or actress, born in 1975, so they're a little bit older than we are. Eventually, we're going to get to people that are younger than we are. Has won an Academy Award and 3 Golden Globes, along with having been named the highest paid actor or actress multiple times. Was at one point named the sexiest person of their specific gender.
Brad
Has
Pitt.
been. It is not Brad Pitt.
Damn.
Has been married 3 times and divorced 3 times.
Tom Cruise.
Nope. Has
Damn.
6 children. Started their acting career in 1982 and then took roughly a decade off. So they were a little one when they got in their first movie.
Okay.
Started.
Macaulay Culkin.
It is not Macaulay Culkin.
Damn it.
Has starred in something at least as recent as 2017. Probably some shit newer. I know they are part of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, but the movie they are in is not out yet. This person is not just an actor, writer, director. They are also considered a great humanitarian. They have done a tremendous amount of work with refugees, along with supporting domestic violence causes. Not justification to hit somebody, but prevention against it. I can't really find anything negative about them other than they were potentially having a relationship with a married person and caused the divorce of those people prior to the marriage. They hold dual citizenship between the United States and Cambodia. I want to make sure I
Cambodia.
double check that before I commit
Angelina
to it.
Jolie.
It is Angelina Jolie.
Holy shit! I was totally just guessing.
So she has been married to one of our previous Trash or Treasures. She was married
fucking
to
Billy Bob Thornton.
the good old Billy Bob Thornton, in 2000 and got divorced in 2003. She was with Brad Pitt for over 12 years before they got married.
So I was warm when I guessed Brad Pitt.
Right. She was with Brad Pitt for like 12 years. They got married in 14 and got divorced in 19. So they were together for close to 20 years before they got divorced. Her dad is John Voight, who is an actor. Her first movie was starring in a movie with him. So what's weird is everybody that she's married, she effectively met on a movie set. It's like she married one of her co-stars from Hackers, which was her first starring role. I don't know if you watched that movie. You get to see her topless. She married
remember it.
Billy Bob Thornton, and she was in a movie with him. I'd have to look up exactly which one it was. And she married Brad Pitt after meeting him
was
on the
not
set
Bad
of Mr. and
Santa.
Mrs. What's that?
I said it was not Bad Santa.
No, she was not in that. And she married Brad Pitt after meeting him in Mr. and Mrs. Smith, which was a kind of fun movie. But the unfortunate part is Brad Pitt, being the most beautiful man on earth, was already with Jennifer Aniston, who is a beautiful and delightful human, and met Angelina on the set of Mr. and Mrs. Smith. And then there were rumors going that they were together. Angelina said absolutely not, and then never commented on it again and turned up pregnant with her first kid. but they
That's how
have.
that works.
So she has 6 kids, one of which was adopted while she was with Billy Bob Thornton. 3 of which are Pitt's genetic kids, and then 2 of which were adopted while she was with Brad Pitt. And I'd have to look it up. I think they're Vietnamese, Cambodian, and Somalian. I could be wrong.
Huh.
I mean, I'll look.
Yeah, I don't have any real issues with Angelina. So I'm gonna. She's probably a treasure.
I mean, one of the clues I was going to give that I missed out on was just about everybody has masturbated to this person at some point or another. Whether it was a man or a woman, most of us have.
That wouldn't have made me guess Angelina Jolie.
You never thought Angelina Jolie was a babe?
No, never.
Really? I mean, before she got all like sickly ill and had to battle cancer and shit.
She just never. I don't know. I guess she just wasn't my type for whatever reason. So.
Okay, so her kids are Cambodian, Vietnamese, and Ethiopian are all the adopted ones. And then one of her kids was born in Namibia, which is in Western Africa. It's a German settled country. And then 2 of her kids, which are twins, were born in Nice, France. And she is openly bisexual. She says she doesn't see anything wrong with that, nor do I. But she was asked at one point if she was bisexual, and she said, of course, if I fell in love with a woman tomorrow and would I feel it's okay that I want to kiss and touch her if I fell in love with her? Absolutely yes. So, but she's done a lot of humanitarian charitable work with immigration, with, obviously she's adopting kids to take care of them, and just done a lot of, she's kind of like that Ashton Kutcher situation where even if you don't like them for their movies and shit, like they're doing good work out there and not just wallowing in their fortune like some other people.
Yeah, I know a lot of stupid white people. Their opinion is always like, or one of like the things that I've heard people like bitch about with her is like, there's plenty of kids here in America that she could have adopted. She didn't need to go get them kids from other countries. Like, shut the fuck up. Like, shut up. Just shut up. That's all you got to do. Shut up. Mind your business.
I mean, if you're a good enough person to go out and adopt kids, then who is anybody else to judge you as far as where you're adopting kids from? I mean, if they're that upset about it, they can go out and adopt kids too.
Listen,
I do
Dale,
know
the state will typically pay you to adopt those kids, so maybe you should jump on board.
I do know that some people are not able to adopt. Fuck, I'm gonna say some stupid shit here, and it's not my intention to. If you have an income over a certain level and you're looking to adopt in the United States of a kid in the United States, some adoption agencies won't place I don't want to use the word normal, but a fully functional child with somebody who makes over a certain income. They say if you're going to adopt, you need to adopt a special needs kid because you have the financial capability to do so.
Yeah.
And that's what I've been told. I could be completely wrong. Don't fucking lambaste me over it. I could be completely wrong, but I had heard that multiple times.
Like I wouldn't even be offended if that were actually true. Like,
yeah, I mean, it's one of those things. Like, if a kid needs adopted, why does it matter that they're going to a rich home or a poor home? I mean, I guess I understand that answer, but you know what I'm saying. Like, if I want to adopt a kid, why do I have to take a scratch and dent model?
Oh, okay. I'm gonna have to cut that fucking part out. Holy shit!
No, and clearly. I'm sorry. I'm just saying if...
You are not. That's the problem. You're not actually sorry. Fuck. I'm disappointed in you.
But no, I mean, it's interesting that the rules are if you make over a certain income, you're supposed to adopt a handicapped or I guess that's the term. The correct term? Is that the... PC term?
It's better than scratch and dent. So. Fuck.
God damn it! I can't believe you said that about those poor kids.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, you think I'm cutting that other part out? I'm cutting all of this out.
But
I'm
no,
just leaving in this part where I said I'm cutting it out.
I think it's interesting that the rules are, or apparently are, or appear to be, that if you are financially capable of doing so, you're required to adopt a needs specific child versus any child. You know what I mean? Like it's an interesting dynamic that what you are, who you are and are not allowed to adopt is based on your income. Like I understand if you if you have a single income and there's already 5 of you, you may not be able to adopt a kid at all because they don't assume that you can take care of them. But if you make $500,000 a year, it's interesting that they would say, yeah, you're welcome to adopt as many as X number of kids, but they all have to be special needs. You know what I mean? And I'm sure there's some opposition to that in some way, shape, or form to people that would adopt. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They don't want to adopt a kid that's special needs.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I don't know if that's true. You know what I mean? Like I don't know.
Right. And then it all comes back to if somebody's a good enough human being to actually go out and adopt kids, do you really have any fucking room to tell them they're a piece of shit if they have a preference, whether it's white, black, Asian, whatever it is. As long as they're not committing crimes with the kids. Right. Yeah. I mean, that probably falls into one of those categories.
Yeah. They'll all grow up to be actors anyway. So.
I mean, they've got that leg up on the competition. Their mom and dad are amazing actors and beautiful.
They do. Have you, and not to run off on a tangent, but the there's a lot of there's been more talk lately of how it's getting harder and harder to break into Hollywood because all of the kids of these stars are getting the preferential treatment or first shots at doing new things.
I mean, that would make sense.
It's actually true, but I read an article about it that I was bored, and it popped up in my newsfeed for some reason.
I mean, The Rock is a second or third generation wrestler. Of course he's going to have a leg up on the competition being a wrestler because that's what he grew up around. And if your parents are doctors, you have a leg up on the competition to become a doctor because it's what you've grown up around. In theory, you've picked up something along the way. So, hopefully. I mean, if I would assume actors are the same way. Plus, if your family has any kind of notoriety, they can put you in touch with everybody. You know what I mean? If you're a big name actor,
that was more what it was about. If Brad Pitt's kids are, they're getting a shot with James Cameron on their first film. You know what I mean? Like that type of,
They're not like everybody else's first generation actor, where you had to do a toothpaste commercial or stub your toe or something.
Or casting couch or
Oof. I can't believe you're talking about orphans having to do casting couch videos.
Yeah. Oh, somebody will twist that into that too. Fuck.
That's got to be a selectable category in porn.
Jesus. No. All right, buddy.
Is it really any worse than stepbrother, stepsister porn?
Probably not.
I can just pretend to be an orphan. Oh, I'm an orphan. And then you have sex.
Well, I would hope that most stepbrothers and stepsisters in the stepbrother, stepsister porn are also pretending.
I hope so. That's called high quality acting.
You guys want any stickers? Make sure you are sending us messages to our social medias at nothinginmodpod or shoot us an email with your address. And, if you need more than one, just let me know and we'll include a couple extra if you need them. And make sure you send us a picture of them as soon as you get them and get them stuck somewhere, and we will gladly appreciate it and get those put out on social media so we can send out more stickers. It's a revolving sticker door.
Good deal. And what's our social media?
We are at Nothing in Mod Pod everywhere. Everywhere.
All the places.
All the places. If you can think of it, we are at Nothing in Mod Pod. If you are there and we're not already there, shoot us an email and we'll add ourselves there under also at Nothing in Mod Pod. Don't steal our shit. I tried to lock them all up, but you never know.
That's our shit.
Yeah, that's our shit. We is at Nothing in Mod Pod. All right.
All right, kids. I gotta go watch the Shame off myself. We both agreed that Angelina Jolie is treasure, not trash.
That is correct. So, All right. We'll catch up with you guys next week. Don't do anything crazy. We love you.
Bye.
Stop it. Bye.
See ya. Hey, kids. You've reached the end of the podcast. That's it. There's nothing more here. Just dead air and this closing statement. We appreciate your diligence, though. Now go back about your day and come back for the next show. Or listen again. In fact, that sounds like a better plan. Grab another show. That's what I'm doing right now. Whoever listens the most wins. You don't really win anything, really. Just the memories of better times, which is winning in my book. All right, well, this is the actual end. Hand banana.